Hello, YouTube friends. Dustin Bellinger here, and it is Baseball Hall of Fame induction announcement day. So, always one of my favorite days on the calendar. And I've been meaning to do this video, hadn't gotten around to it. So, taking time because the announcement's in a couple hours. I just kind of wanted to share some of my thoughts and stuff before it happens rather than post reaction, because I might have some of that afterwards anyway. But so first off, who do you expect to be inducted? Obviously Derek Jeter. uh, Good chance he's going to be another 100%, and take that with what you will. I mean, the the standard that was that nobody should be a unanimous choice that happened, for the longest time. It's a good thing that's gone. It just kind of aggravates me and annoys me that we get Mariano Rivera and Derek Jeter as the first two guys that get that 100%, and they want to act like that means something compared to the people that didn't. It's like you got in or you didn't get in. And to me, I've always felt it's like first ballot really matters, and if you're that's something that sets you apart from the rest of the Hall of Fame. Beyond that, I mean, the percentages, it's like to try and rank people based on that's just, it's stupid. I'm not going to waste my time with trying to parse that. So, so Jeter, number one. And then after that, Larry Walker. I'm gonna say yes, but it's gonna be so close. Probably just a few votes. I would say, that could be decided by maybe less than 5 votes, whether he gets in or not. And this is last year on the ballot, so I really, hope that he gets in, because seeing him fall, 1 or 2 votes short, like, has happened uh, a time or two for a couple of people. That's really, kind of disappointing and not something I would like to see happen to him. So I hope, if it's going to be close, I hope he gets over there. The next one that's likely going to be the closest, but I don't think he's going to make it this year, is Curt Schilling. And so then he'll probably be the cutoff, the highest vote getter that doesn't get in. And I would say he's going to be somewhere between 68 and 72% is what I would guess, somewhere in that range. And he'll be next year probably. No, and it's like, I'll say, Curt Schilling, he's a first-rate douchebag, but as far as Hall of Fame voting goes, that, where you sit on the douchebag scale doesn't affect whether you get in or not. At least is my opinion. So there's that. So that's where it sits. Obviously, your steroid guys are still moving up a little bit, but for Bonds and Clemens, it's getting down to the wire, and it's going to be a question of whether they are going to get in that 10-year time frame. It's setting up to where it could be a 10th year, and then it's going to be, you think the debates on this are intense now. I don't even want to think in 2 years what they're likely to be like, with those guys and the PED issues. So I believe that they belong in. I I'm not moralizing the what they did or that era. It was what it was. People did it. It was very prevalent. Cheaters are getting in. I'm not parsing who did based on the ambiguities of what got reported, because the number of guys that got caught and or that we think we know have some evidence of is pretty minuscule compared to the number that were actually doing it. So that's where I stand on that. So, if I was a voter, you can vote up to 10 people. Uh, the guys on the list this year, there are 7 guys that I would, I put on my ballot: Jeter, Walker, Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, Kent, and Omar Vizquel. And those 7 guys, you're not talking me down off any of those guys. All of them, in my opinion, are 100% worthy of induction and should be in. And if you've got an opinion that says they're not, I don't care. Just move on, bump that down the road. I got no interest. You're not changing my mind on any of those guys. The rest of the ballot, there's a lot of guys that it's like, I'll listen to what you have to say, but I'm kind of inclined to say no on all of them for various reasons. So like Todd Helton, Andrew Jones, Andy Pettit, Manny Ramirez, Scott Rowland, Sheffield, Sosa, Billy Wagner, Giambi, Bobby Abreu. So those guys are ones that it's like, if you come and it's like you want to talk about why you think that guy should be in or why you'd put him on your ballot. It's like, I can listen to what you have to say. Even it's like there's a valid argument that I can accept with all of those guys. Pretty much everybody else that's on that ballot, it's like if you even try and talk to me about it, it's like, well, that's ridiculous to even consider anybody else beyond that point. So there's where I would be. I got those 7, and then it's like, I suppose if I decided I had to, vote for all 10, I would probably go with Manny Ramirez, Gary Sheffield, and Sammy Sosa would round out my 10. Those 3 would fill it out for me if I was, and it's all academic that I don't get a vote, but that's my vote counts just as much as all of you other people. So there's that. So that's my thoughts on it. As far as collecting wise goes, I'd say if you got Jeters and Larry Walkers to sell, now's the time to do it. I'd say right now, go out and it's like, look at your any 89 Donruss Curt Schillings. If you can find a card that looks like a 10, which that's tough to do because they are brutal on grading that card. But there's money to be made if you go for it right now and start looking over as much of that card as you can find, and get your best specimens and start submitting some of those, because PSA return times are a long time coming. But that card right now I think goes about $50, and a PSA 10, I wouldn't be surprised if it's double that if this time next year, right when he gets inducted. There's not going to be that many of them out there, and once that card becomes officially part of the scoring for that Hall of Fame post-war rookie registry, there's going to be money to be made if you can get a 10 and bring it to market at the right time. And you've got a year. It's like, if you can get a couple of them, good luck, but you can make a few bucks doing that. Even nines are probably gonna you can break even, buying a few of those and submitting it. Eights, of course, you'll lose your shirt on. So, but all right. Anyway, there's my thoughts. I've already gone over 10 minutes. That's more than long enough. So, hey, hope everybody's doing well. I got to do my Hall of Fame YouTube vote. Get that done soon. So, saw a few people that voted for me. I appreciate that, but you're nuts because there's no way I deserve that. Forget it. But anyway, I will talk to you all again next time. So take care, everyone. Bye now.